My name's Eric, but before we get into this, I just want to draw some words for you guys to see if you can string them together and see what they all mean. So before we just ignore that. Donald Trump, black people, white people, handicap, all lives matter. I don't know if any of those things mean what things you use. They really don't. I just threw out some words to like get y'all ears to perk up or whatever. So yeah, you know, ooh, you woke girl, you gonna go you sussy, man. So yeah, I didn't do anything, I just wanted to get y'all attention. So we're gonna talk about culture and education though, and basically how culture and education are intertwined with each other. Alright, so yeah, this speech is about to be about diversity in the workplace, how in class I think that you should get educated, but you should also educate yourself on the culture around you and some personal stories that might intrigue you to understand the importance of culture and education, how culture and education are simultaneous with each other. When you think of the word education or people who are educated, you think they're intellectual, you think they're smart. When you look at the definition of culture, which will come up soon, culture has the word intellectual in it. So for somebody to be culturally ignorant and educated in the books, I think that's very, very, very dangerous. So just more reasons to show the importance of why culture and education go hand in hand. All right, so a little about my school history. That's me in kindergarten right there. And Biscayne Elementary, the culture about this school, it's like a big black, to me it's like a big school with a bunch of black people in it. It looks like a prison, black people, prison. Pretty sure you get the joke there. Yeah, it's basically like a big school with a bunch of black people. That's cool. This school is like a big like culture shock to me because there's a whole bunch of people who are nothing like me. You had like Muslim people, Christian, atheists, gay people, bisexual people, people that didn't know what they was doing. It was a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on there. And it was just very like culturally shocking to me because I'd never been around that, growing around so many just regular, not regular, but just people that were like me, black people. So just see all the other people, it was just like a shock to me. And then here, this is me, Darnell Cookman. This was like education shock to me because as you see after this slide, I went to First Coast because definitely gave me a big boot here because I definitely doing the work here. I definitely got like D's and F's. I was tripping here, and the culture here was more about school. And I've never been to school like that because La Villa was a school of the arts, so you're just arts first. Here is like school first. I thought it was a game. They didn't think it was a game. They told my black behind to go somewhere else, and I went somewhere else. And here, First Coast, I got all thugged out. You see me doing little prison pose and whatnot. Funny story about that outfit. I had seen a whole bunch of people were like, it's called tree fit. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was a whole bunch of hunters. I was like, oh, y'all gonna go hunting through here? They was like, no, man, it's a style. And I was like, oh, okay. So I learned a lot of life lessons at First Coast as I'll get into later in the PowerPoint. Culture inside of school. Like I said, culture, if you read the definition, has the word intellectual in it. When you think somebody's intellectual, you think of education. A lot of kids spend a lot of time, or kids in general in the Western society spend a lot of time in class. NCES.edu.gov reports that Florida students spend an average of 6.43 hours in school, which is about 25% of the day. And I think that when you're so much in school, you should also be focusing on math, reading, and social studies, which is a great thing to study on, but you should also mingle around the people that's around you, because if you just sit there in school 24/7, I'm just do my work, I'm gonna go home, and you never mingle with the people that had different cultures to you, when you get out in the real world, when you go work, you're gonna be so confused. You're gonna be like, what's going on here? Because you're gonna interact with different cultures that's very different from you, and you're not gonna know how to do that. Same way when you do a speech. I might give the speech a little differently if it was 80-year-old senior citizens. I wouldn't say the same jokes, or I wouldn't say the same thing, because you have to know how to adapt to the different cultures and societies around you. A study by the Ontario government found that people who participate in school programs and art and culture, things like that, are 3 times more likely to get a college degree than somebody who's not participating in anything like that. Going to Darnell Cookman and transferring to First Coast, those are like 2 big culture shocks to me, because like I said, Darnell Cookman taught me a lot about being just focused on work and people who are really serious about their academics. And First Coast was more of a school that taught me more of life lessons. Like, it was like 4 or 5 people who got murdered. Dude. Like when I first went there, it was crazy. I never really felt anxiety at school. Like I know a lot of people were scared of like school shootings. I was never scared of that. I was just very on my P's and Q's because you never know what was gonna happen. People get murdered here and there at the school, at proms. You have to look behind your shoulders. It's a really crazy time at first school. So just to intertwine with a culture during the cooking where you're always safe, nothing's gonna happen. If somebody's fighting, they're fighting because they got like a B minus. But it's really like real problems at first coast where people from different hoods, you know, I'm from north side, from east side. It's really crazy stuff. So it really taught me a lot. The workforce. Like I said, I think school, I think everybody can agree, you learn things you do in school to get you to the quote unquote real world, which a lot of people will associate to going to the workforce and working and doing things like that. I think a lot of companies have noticed this culture change and have implemented it. You see like Clorox, they're doing a lot of things. Procter & Gamble, they're ranked on this diversityinc.com top 50 in 2017, and a lot of their CEOs and chairmen, they've commented on it saying they noticed the diversity and they're trying their best to incorporate it. So if you go just to go to school and you focusing on the knowledge and the things that the teacher is saying and not worrying about the people around you, then you might want to workforce and maybe culturally ignorant to things, and it might not work your way. You might say something crazy to somebody, thinking it's funny or thinking it's cool. They might not think it's cool because you're not culturally aware of people around you. So you just gotta keep up. And yeah. Personal stories, quickly. George Wilson was somebody I met at La Villa. He was a white guy, and he was making like a lot of like Mexican jokes, like crazy Mexican jokes, and like just a lot of crazy things. Like he thought they were like below him. I don't know why, like particularly Mexican people are just odd people to pick, and he was just going in on them. But in 8th grade, he met this girl. She was Mexican. He dated her. That's cool for that guy. But then I went on like Instagram and Facebook, can't really remember, and I seen him, and he's still with her. He's like I think engaged to her, and I just thought that was really cool. Because if he just would have sat there and never mingled with Mexicans, or he would have never went to La Villa, if he would have went to some school like Highlands, where he probably just would have seen a whole bunch of like black people or something, he just would have never got a chance to do that. So I think it's very important to pick a school where they're offering different types of cultures, because if you don't take advantage of that, then you might be like this guy and hate Mexicans for the rest of your life. Then there's a girl named Natasha. It's not a real name. Keep it real. I didn't want to put a real name here because that's kind of crazy for the story. I have mine George because George, he's an a-hole, who cares? Natasha though, she's a black girl, and somebody would probably look at her as a coon. It's probably where you would look at her. And she definitely hung around no black people. Every time I seen her, she was the blackest thing around. She wore white t-shirts all the time. It's really crazy. And she went to FAMU, and it was just a culture shock to her, seeing all of these black people. Like, she's so used to listening to non-rap music. Like, we put on rap music around her when she was in middle school. My ears, like, she was going crazy. So the fact that she went to FAMU, and I was like, on accident. Like, that was like the last choice. I was the only school to accept her. Now she's around all these black people, and she, I think she learned how to love herself, because being around so many people that didn't look like her, even just for example, Jesus Christ, the image of Jesus Christ is usually a white man. So when she's seen him, like just something in your subconscious goes off. It's like, this is the guy that I worship. He's almighty and he's white. So I mean, I'm not white. Like, there's something wrong with that. And then on top of her hanging around white people who didn't share values that benefited other black people, it was just all bad for her. So when she went to a school that was culturally something she'd never seen before, I think it was really, really important for her to do that, because now she accepted who she is and she loves who she is. In closing, students spend a lot of time, like I said, in school. Students spend a lot of time in school, and they should also get the knowledge that they are, that their parents think they're getting, and the cultural knowledge that they should be getting to better themselves. Like I said, bosses, employees, customers, they're going to be more likely to experience your culture weakness and your culture strength, so you gotta get on that. And yeah, at the end, I just hope that culture, understanding other cultures, make everybody love each other more, and I think that's the bottom line. So I really hope this enforced everything to make it better. Everybody can understand cultures. Maybe you see somebody in here say like, I hate black people. You maybe talk to a black person, maybe, black people look at that. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I changed something, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. God bless.